Holidays are for. We know the holiday ended yesterday, but you know what? We like to bend the rules here at HSN. That's what rules are for, to be bent, all right? Well, we have something else that we are sharing with you now, and this is actually something that it is one of the first things I bought when things changed a few years ago. You know what? I had a lot of choices, as you have a lot of choices when it comes to different ways to purify the air. I bought this one, and I bought it for 3 reasons. I bought it for 3 reasons because this is triple action. This is not just about taking and purifying the air and using your carbon to get out the smells and to get out some of the dust and the pollen and everything else. It does all that, but the thing about this, it elevates it because this actually has UVC technology built in. And of course, we have been hearing so much about UVC technology, light technology. There is a great big bulb that is built into here, and that's why I did it. The other reason I did it is because you do not have to buy a filter, any more filters. All you have to do is take the filter out and vacuum it and put it right back in. It even tells you when you need to do it. So once you buy this, you're done. Sale price, $129.95. I love this unit. I have it. I have 2 of them in my house. I actually bought one for the boat that Callie Northagen and I bought together because we wanted something on the boat because, of course, you're in very close quarters on a boat. $129.95, 5 flex payments on it. It carries and transports absolutely anywhere, but one of the smartest, one of the best of the best. The technology in this is elevated from a lot of the other air purifiers. Linda Lyday is joining us. Why in the world would you buy an air purifier that did 2 things, which of course is going to, you know, help to take the carbon filter, very, very important. That's great. And certainly taking the pollen and the dust and the dust mites, that's all important. But why not add that extra UVC light that elevates this to a completely different, much higher level of purification?
Absolutely. Well, this is near and dear to my heart because I started using this about 5 years ago. And as we know, 3 years ago, we knew so much more about air, right? And the one thing about air is we have to keep breathing if we want to stay alive, right? That's just it. And half the time we don't even know that we're breathing. Do you know we breathe about 22,000 breaths a day? It's a lot, right? And so if you have the pollen, which is just going to be in the air, the mold spores going to be in the air. If you have pets, it's going to be the pet dander, and you're going to have the dust. And if you are in a household like mine, you're going to have some hairspray in it. You're going to have all these different things that then start to really, really kind of make it a little bit harder for us, right? Now look at the different types of microns there are, right? So human hair, well, that's a 80 to 100 micron, depending on what kind of hair you have. Go down to pollen. Now we can see it. We can see pollen because we can see a bunch of it on our windshield. Then you get to household dust. Well, we need a little sunlight to see that. And then the buildup of it, you can see it on your furniture. Pet dander, a little bit harder. Smoke particles down to 0.3 microns. Let's go over to the smoke chamber because I want to show you this, how this unit works, because this Therapure, the way that it works is that it moves the air. And you're right, it has 3 different filters to it. Smoke is one of the hardest particulates to get out of the air. And to see something that's 0.3, well, smoke is it, right? So I'm gonna turn this on. You can't see it, but as I turn it on, in just seconds now, it's going to start to move that, clean it, reduce. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna be reducing those mold spores, reducing the different kinds of bacteria, airborne bacteria, all the different things that are in the air. Somebody sneezes, right? You can't, you know, there's nothing that's foolproof. It's like wearing a seatbelt, right? You know, if you get in an accident, you know, hopefully that seatbelt is gonna be there for you. It's the same, similar to this for your lungs. Now, if you don't have an air purifier in your home, guess what's doing the air purification? Our nose, our sinuses, our lungs, right? And so it starts the tax. This is what I had right next to my mom. She had COPD, right? Nothing I can do to help except make a few different little changes. And what I wanted to do was have the home, and we lived together at her last year, and I made sure that this was right by her chair. Now, what it does, and it's been proven that that UVC bulb that's inside can kill the E. E. coli and staph bacteria.
Yeah.
Now think of those are pretty tough. So when you're looking at the different filters, that first one is a hepatite filter, okay? The hepatite filter is, well, that's what's gonna catch those bigger particles, right? So your dander, your mold. But look at that UVC bulb. That UVC bulb is so special to this unit. Then you have the photocatalyst, right? The photocatalyst is going to really just take out the hairsprays that we put in the air. When you put nail polish, we know how that smells, but it's the chemicals that go in the air. If you get a new carpet, you'll notice sometimes it's like, what is that? New drapes. Well, it's the chemicals. It's the volatile organic compounds. That's what VOC stands for. And it's that photocatalyst filter that removes that out of the air. Takes the odors out if you have a pet or a kitty cat. Yeah. You don't want to go into your home and go, do you have a pet here? So this helps take the odors. If you burn toast like I do, it's also going to take that out. But behind that, you have an ion inducer. And a lot of people don't know what an ion inducer. What an ion inducer does is it pushes out these negative ions. So we can't see, but dust particles go bloop. Different things, all the different particles really will attach to the negative ions. It floats down, you vacuum it up, you dust it up. So there it is. The white that's your HEPA type filter. Now, this is not something that you have to replace. It is a permanent type filter. You have your UVC bulb there. There is your photocatalyst, and that honeycomb thing is your ion inducer. I'm gonna go over here too, and I wanna show you something, Alice. I wanna really have everyone really take a look at this. I'm gonna turn this unit off. I'm gonna flip it around so you can see that right behind the filter, this is your HEPA type filter. This is one of the filters.
And look how big it is.
Look at this, right?
I mean, it is the full length of this. Any air purifier is only as good as the size of your filtration system.
That's exactly right.
Right? So you got a big one.
Notice that it's hemispheric. When you have it hemispheric and it's not linear, what happens? You have all of this real estate here, right? You have all of this. It's pleated. So all those particles are grabbing into here. Now, check right behind here. Now this, I can't really touch it, and we have a piece of metal to hide the bulb, right? Because you do not want to put your fingerprints on that. But this is how long that UVC bulb is.
UVC bulb.
Look, it's not like a little 4-inch. It is taking up this unit right here. And this is what makes this so special. And this is why everybody loves this. Because what it's doing, it's reducing. And if you have any kind of airborne bacteria, that, staph, that E. coli, anything that's going around, you want to make sure that you're going to be able to literally reduce that from the air. And that's what you're doing. So this unit here, you put it in a large room. Let's say I have a big, living area, right? So if it's 200, 300 square feet, this unit, keep this on, and it is scrubbing that air 2.5 to 3.5 times in 1 hour. Now get a smaller room.